All right, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday.
Good morning. I'm old today. He's going to smirk at me until I say something, probably.
Yeah, it's Beth's birthday today. Happy birthday, dear.
Thank you.
That book there. Today is
I'm a whole day older than I was yesterday.
That's right. Today is a three-part parallel, but we're going to make it a little bit of a short one today. We're just going to read the first part. Jesus heals two blind beggars. And it's in Matthew chapter 20, starting at verse 29. As Jesus and the disciples left the town of Jericho, a large crowd followed behind. Two blind men were sitting beside the road. When they heard that Jesus was coming that way, they began shouting, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." "Be quiet," the crowd yelled at them. But they only shouted louder, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." When Jesus heard them, he stopped and called, "What do you want me to do for you?" "Lord," they said, "we want to see." Jesus felt sorry for them and touched their eyes. Instantly they could see. Then they followed him. And now the commentary for Matthew. Matthew records that there were two blind men, while Mark and Luke mention only one. This is probably the same event, but Mark and Luke singled out the more vocal of the two men. Although Jesus was concerned about the coming events in Jerusalem, he demonstrated what he had just told the disciples about service, which we read in Matthew 20:28, by stopping to care for the blind men. So, I don't really have a lot to say about that, I guess, right now.
Well, other than, if you notice, after their eyes were opened, they started following him.
Mm-hmm.
But they knew who he was before their eyes were open.
Yeah, they did.
You know, so
True.
you can have knowledge of the Bible and you can have knowledge of Jesus, but unless you're truly accepting of his gift of salvation and the payment on the cross that he took for our sins, unless you accept it and follow him, that knowledge you have means nothing.
Yeah. And they knew who he was, Son of David.
Yeah. They knew who he was, and they knew he was Lord.
Yeah, they knew, especially the Jews in that day knew exactly who the Son of David was going to be.
Right.
So they already had their faith. They were just waiting.
They had their faith and knowledge, but they didn't follow him until their eyes were opened.
Yeah.
And you know, it says in the Bible that God will soften the hearts whenever you know it's time for us to see him and know what it's about.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, it didn't fall on hard hearts. They had the knowledge and it wasn't on hard hearts. They knew who he was. And it is a physical limitation in that time as well. Yeah. But I just wondered if the...
and I believe the other part that we kind of overlook is that a large crowd.
Right.
So Jesus, you know, these men were there, put there, you know, in that time with the way who they were to demonstrate to even more people who Jesus really was.
Right.
You know, show the miracles. And so it's not just about the one man or two men. It was about showing the crowd again who Christ was.
Right.
Showing his godness in front of everybody.
And it actually it proved his humanness as well when he said he felt sorry for them. Yeah. You know, so that proves his emotions just like us.
Yeah, and that's how he relates to us. So when we feel bad, he knows all about that. He's been through it all. He's been happy, sad, disappointed, left lonely. Right. You know, felt compassion. So he absolutely is human and he absolutely is God, and he was both walking this earth.
Right. And then the other thing I take from it is the crowd, the big crowd, kept telling them to hush. Yeah. And they just got louder. And that's how we should kind of approach our daily lives whenever we're following Christ and we're feeling led to do something by God. Even though the world is telling us that we're wrong and crazy and whatever, we need to be quiet. Yeah. We need to be all that much louder in our faith.
Yeah, I'm sure just because there was a large crowd there, they weren't all believers. And I'm sure there were Satan's minions in there trying to squash things, and neither the blind guy or men nor Christ were going to allow that to happen.
Right.
So.
And you know, they were kind of dismissing them as if they were nobodies.
Yeah.
Nobody is a nobody to Jesus. Everybody's somebody.
That's right. Okay. Hope everybody has a glorious weekend, and we will talk to you later.